FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And today in this video we're going to take a look at some of the setups that were on London and US session. Guys, we had a lot of potential trade setups today. There was no way we could have traded all of them. But I'm going to show you all of them so you can see what actually happened in the market today. But definitely a lot of great setups today that were nice and clear setups. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll cover the ones first that we actually traded, and then we'll cover the ones that we did not trade. Just simple fact, there are just too many going on at the same time. But let's go ahead and jump right into the pound USD. As you can see here, pound USD, we had a nice little Asian range here, and then we went ahead and we went down to the low, created the low of the day, and actually ended up being a star pattern, which is fantastic because we can take that star pattern all the way up to the sky's the limit. Now, if you took that all the way up, that's about 125 pips or so. Some did, some didn't, so you could have gotten either 50 pips or about 120 pips, 25 pips, depending on where you got in and got out at. But important thing about this is very nice clear setup, and that's truly important. It's just a nice clear setup that you can see. You'll see that a lot of the actual pound pairs did the exact same thing. Pound JPY, same thing. Look at this. It's nice star formation, boom. And then we move away. And this one, this was 200 pips. 200 pips. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Pound CAD. Pound CAD gave us a type 2 setup here with railroad tracks. Again, very similar setup, but around the same time frame too. So this was 315 for the pound CAD. This was 345-ish. 315, 330 for the pound JPY, and of course for the pound USD, same time frame, 315, 330. So they all had pretty much the same time frame, which is, pretty awesome that you could be able to trade all of them at once here. So you're looking at about 170 pips, 180 pips, depending on how far you went up. If you went up only halfway, you still got 100 pips out of it. Ridiculous trades today. Pound Swiss, same thing. Same thing. I can't make this shit up. It's the same thing on pound Swiss. Another 150 pips. Like, ridiculous. Unbelievable. Pound AUD, guess what? Same thing. Pound AUD, star pattern, same thing. I mean, this another 134 pips. This was essentially, just like trading, the vote the other day on Tuesday, because they pretty much all the pound pairs did the same thing. The only ones that didn't have the setup was pound NZD. It didn't have a nice clear setup on it, but the other ones had all nice clear setups on it, which is great. So all those pound pairs were traded. So huge profits on those pound pairs. Now, some of the pairs that we did not trade is just because it was just too much. Here we have CADJPY, and CADJPY, you can clearly see a very nice W formation here. Now, a couple things about this trade is because you can look at it a couple different ways, and I want to make sure that you can see the different ways, possibilities that you could have had here. Okay, so let's talk about this first move down. Okay, so we have the initial move down, right? And you could have seen it like this. Okay, that could have been one setup that you would have seen. And if you saw it, hey, you didn't do anything wrong, right? You saw a clear setup. Second leg railroad tracks. I mean, you take that to Mayo all day long, right? So that would have been a trade for you as well, right? The bigger trade, though, had a bigger picture to it, which was from here to water, back down, and then back up again, right? So you can see they came down for the first leg, and then they came back down again, second leg, and that's just to collect more contract, guys. That's all they do. That's to collect more contracts. They didn't have enough contracts in this area. didn't have enough contracts available, so they had to go down and get everybody to sell. As soon as they got enough contracts, railroad tracks, boom, you're done. You're stuck, right? So definitely two different ways you could have looked at it on CADJPY. Either way, you know, it would have been a nice trade for you. And so even if you saw the W, right, there is another pattern in there that I don't know if everybody sees or not, but here you could have taken this as a star pattern. You could have, you know, and you could have traded that down. That's another possibility as well, you know. So either way, we're looking, you know, that's a 13 pip trade. If you were to look at that as a star pattern, that's, you know, another 30 pips here, and then moving this one up, that's another 70 pips. So as long as you don't have a strong bias and you're not convincing yourself psychologically, right, that it's going to go one way or another, and you just trade it back and forth, I mean, you can make some money on one pair, you know. But here is USD JPY, and the prominent thing about USD JPY is that it basically was pinning. You see all of these pins that I marked down here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pins to the mayonnaise. Okay. Anytime that you see this behavior, you best believe they're pinning to the mayonnaise, and you need to be on that trade the opposite way. So anytime that you see this pinning to the mayonnaise, pinning to the mayonnaise, pinning to the mayonnaise, pinning to the mayonnaise, anytime you see that, you know something's up. You already got to know something's up. Okay? So this would have been a type 1 setup, and pinning to the mayonnaise. That should be your first clue right here of what's going to happen next. Pinning to the mayonnaise, you know that's a buy. Same thing if we're opposite, right? And we're pinning to the mayonnaise here. If we're doing this, and we're pinning to that mayonnaise, pinning to that mayonnaise, pinning to that mayonnaise, if we keep doing that, man, you best believe that sucker's going to go down. So just be aware of that. All right, so that was USD JPY, guys. Euro JPY had a nice setup here, type 1 setup with a railroad track right here. So this one, though, this one was kind of tricky, and here's why. The first thing that you should notice is you see all of the EMA lines going straight across. All of them. Whenever you see those EMA lines going across like that, realistically, you should not want to trade that pair, because it's just moving sideways, 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 sideways. Okay? Granted, there is going to be, because the all of the EMAs are going straight across each other, right? That essentially creates a nice little zone where price is traveling, and then there's going to be a breakout out of that zone, right? That's a good thing about when you see the lines just going across each other like that, okay? Is that it's just preparing itself for a break somewhere, okay? And it just happened to be here, right? But if you thought about the rules, right, you would have gotten into this trade, and 6 candles in, you know, you would have been here, and technically you would have already taken at least part of your profit, or moved your stop loss up, because you're already at mayonnaise and water, right? Granted, this is not a lot of, this is like 15 pips in, you know, max 20 pips in. You know, so 6 candles in, you know, 2, 4, 6, you're right here. Are you in substantial profit? You're not in substantial profit. You're only 15 pips up. Substantial profit is anything higher than 20 pips. Okay? But you're not in substantial profit here. So you have two decisions. One of two decisions to make. Okay, move your stop loss up to protect your entry, and now it just becomes a risk-free trade. Or just take profit, take your 15 pips, and you're done. Okay, and you're done. Because the rules tell you can't hold. You're not going to hold this trade all through this crap. You're not. It just doesn't make any sense to hold it. Okay, because you're going to be looking at it for, from 3:45 in the morning all the way up until, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, fuck that. You're not going to do that. So 6 candles in, if you're not in substantial profit over 20 pips, you need to start thinking, get out, take profit, or take your small loss wherever you're at. And in this case, if you're already in profit, then move your stop loss up, to break even at least. So it's a risk-free trade, or go up 10 pips or take profits, But always keep that in mind whenever you see the EMAs like this going across. All right. Let's move over to EURUSD. EURUSD had a very nice setup, right outside of the Asian range. Nice little W formation here. And we were trying to go to mayonnaise, and man, it almost hit mayonnaise, by like, 2 pips? Yeah, like 2 pips. We didn't hit mayonnaise by 2 pips. Still ended up being a great trade, though. I mean, you still got, 25 pips out of it. So definitely not a bad trade. Now, you also actually had a second trade right after it, which is right here. You got a set of railroad tracks. Okay? And this one all the way down would have got you 30 pips. So you could have had 2 trades on EURUSD. The Euro Pound had a beautiful setup. The Euro Pound had one of the best setups because it was a really thin Asian range. Anytime that you see a nice tight Asian range like this is only 7 pips. A 7 pip Asian range. We should get a nice setup on an Asian range 10 pips or less. I mean, this was just a nice star pattern right here. Type 1 setup, boom. And you're done. You're gone. I mean, that's a nice 89 pips all day long. I mean, that was a really nice setup there. So let's go to AUD/USD. AUD/USD had 3 trades on it. Okay, so you could have traded this W here alongside EURUSD because the EURUSD was doing the same thing at the same time, right? And we missed this one by 5 pips. So 2 pips on EU, and AU is 5 pips. We missed it out on. But same thing happened. Look, W, and then we got railroad tracks. You could have taken that one down. Boom. Right? That's another 15 pips. And then you waited, and you would have got another W. Another W. And this one they were pinning to the blueberry. Here's another thing, guys. Pinning to the blueberry. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pin into the blueberry. Pin into the blueberry. Okay. This, my goodness. Pin into the blueberry. Second leg. Man, that's a nice 52 pips right there. All right. Nice 52 pips. And then the last one was CADJPY. And this one was more about during London. A nice W form set up here to Mayo. So this one would have been probably like 20 pips or so. Yeah, about 20 pips. And then as you saw, all the AUD news hit. And that's why all of them were like that. All right. So very, very busy day today. Lots of setups. Definitely, AUD, USD, Euro, USD, and the pound pairs were all traded today. The other ones were not. There was just so many trades to do today. But again, guys, you see this every day. I'm showing you every day that there are trade possibilities out there every single day. And I'm not even covering all of the pairs. I'm not even covering any of the NZD pairs. Okay, there's so many other pairs out there that potentially have trade setups too. So every day there should be, a good amount of clear setups for you, okay, that you can take advantage of. So don't stress out if you don't see the clear pattern. Just move on to a different chart because you'll find one that does. That's all that matters. All right, guys, let me know if you caught any of these pairs in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about the setups that we saw today. Also, if you haven't done so yet, guys, sign up for the free membership. Get access to all the videos and the trading journals, trading plans, all the PDF files for everything that you could ever possibly want to know about trading Forex. Also, if you look at our website at fxntrading.com, you'll see that there's an option for booking an appointment. So those that are interested in mentorship but don't want to pay like for a year or something like that, they just want like one session, right? So if you just want one session, go to the book appointments, book an appointment. Okay, it's a flat fee of for 2 hours. You get a flat fee for a one-on-one. Okay, you can do it as many times as you want to. All right, so check that out, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Share the content if you enjoyed it, and if you think others could use this knowledge for trading, guys. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Guys, one last thing. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to watch my videos. I really hope that I've added value in each of the videos that I make for you guys, and I hope that you're learning something. As always, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like and share the videos if you found value in them. And also, don't forget to visit our website at www.fxntradinggroup.com. Once again, guys, thank you so much. I'm truly blessed.